What's up, traders? So welcome to another weekly market analysis. So this is the weekly market analysis that covers the third week of February. We are projecting what we expect from the markets. Now we start off with the economic calendar. So this is what we have on the fundamentals. Monday we start off with some heavy JPY news. Tuesday we have some AUD, GBP, Euro, USD, and CAD news. Then on Wednesday we have some JPY news as well, GBP news, USD news, top of the list being on the FOMC minutes. Then on Thursday we're gonna be having some AUD news and USD news. Then on Friday we're gonna be having some JPY, GBP, and USD news, as well as CAD news. So now let's jump on to the markets and what we expect for the week. Now we start off with the dollar index. Now the dollar index is so bearish at the moment. However, last week we ended in a very pretty bad consolidation because the market was not moving. As you can see, the last I think 5 candlesticks or 4 candlesticks, which represent the last week, it was a pretty bad consolidation. So there was not much movement on the dollar index. Now earlier, I think last week we were projecting for the dollar index to at least pull back to these levels here, so that we can be able to go short on it. However, that was not able to be met. So because the market decided to not complete the pullback. Now, to be honest, where the price is despite now, remember last week we had CPI and NFP, and actually I was expecting NFP and CPI to push the market either above this zone or even beyond this key level that we have here. However, that was also not possible. Now the market at the moment, the dollar index remains in a very unclear path on the direction that is gonna be moving for this coming week. We might see either the price pushing lower to break these levels over here, going down, or we might also see price pushing higher to probably test these levels of supply, then to continue pushing low. So at this point in time, rather be honest and say that the dollar index looks so undecisive, and we may not be able to get to understand where the price is moving. So when this kind of thing happens in the market, we'd rather be watching the market on the sidelines, particularly the dollar pairs, and then take decisions once we have clear movement on the dollar index. So at this point in time, also just to touch on that, the dollar index has already reacted on the on the golden fib zone, that is between the 50 and 61.8, which is also an interesting price. Means that if we see a breakout of this current consolidation over here, then it means we might be able to still go bearish on the dollar until we take out these levels. Then if at all we are able to see price at the moment, also looking left, I don't see any good point of reaction for the dollar index to react from. That is in perspective of demand zone. However, we have some probably key levels, maybe support area, that would influence price to push high from these sides, but it's just a matter of time. We have to give it time and see. Now having seen that, let's look at the Euro USD. So Euro USD has been very, very bullish. Now, however, the latest move, we were anticipating for a pullback until this level of demand before we start buying again into the bullish move. Just to give you the daily perspective, is that once we broke structure over here, which is the daily break of structure, then it means the order flow on Euro USD is very pretty bullish. Now we were expecting for price to pull back down to this demand level before we start buying. However, that did not happen. Now remember that we've already seen that the dollar index was very choppy last week. Now this also translates, of course, to Euro USD and other dollar-based pairs. Now, looking at where Euro USD we are at the moment. Now, last week, let me just recap on what we were expecting for last week. Last week, I was expecting a reaction from this level of supply here once the market got here. So I was anticipating for a very good push so that we can break this level, then the market continue to push lower. So it seems that the price came to this point, reacted, but not with a very good momentum that I would like to see to trade off this level. So we still have some little displacement from this key supply zone, which I am not sure if at all price comes to this level, we would see some reaction here, as I have marked, before price pushes lower. But if at all that does not sustain, then it means we might see also price breaking above this particular zone, overall zone, then price to take price even higher. So it's just a matter of time to just watch and see what the price will be doing. Then we'll be able to to react accordingly. And if at all price is able to push on the downward side, then that would be interesting, because it means our possible point of interest would be this immediate demand zone, which is a daily demand zone, and that would be a very ideal point to trade to buy EURUSD from. Let's look at the GBPUSD. GBPUSD, almost a similar scenario with EURUSD. Last week the market is overall bullish. The order flow is bullish. Now we were expecting the market to pull back down to this demand level, deeper correction onto this demand zone, which did not happen actually. So now last week, of course, we were expecting the supply zone to have some good reaction, which also did not happen. Now price did react actually, but not with the good momentum that I would like to take positions from. I was projecting to take a sell from this point on, but the momentum was not convincing enough. As you can see, price reacted, but still not moving with vigor. Now, having known that, is that this consolidation remains our only roadblock to either buying or selling the GBPUSD. So to be honest, I would like to stay away from GBPUSD because there is no clear direction at this point in time, not unless we either break out of this level over here or this level, then we can be able to take a pretty good decision on GBPUSD. Let's look at the AUD/USD. Now AUD/USD, I think that's the only USD pair that had a decent move last week. So we had a bullish move to the upside, which also did a break of structure. Now after this break of structure, price has also entered a very interesting level, which is a key level of a daily let's call it, is it a daily? It's a daily stroke weekly level. From the daily level, you can see that's a level of a good level of supply, because we have some imbalance on that particular zone. So let me zoom from where the price is coming from. So as you can see here, we have some pretty good downward push, which left some imbalance over here. So I think this is something that you need to be aware about. So looking at where AUD/USD is, then it therefore means we still we had some reaction from that zone once price got into that zone. So my interest on this particular pair would be to get my buys from this 4-hour demand zone. That would be a good one, because as you can see on the left here, this demand zone also had a sweep of liquidity, which gives me more confidence on it. We also had a bullish move, which was confirmed with this break of structure. Now price pulling back to this level, that would be an interesting A plus setup that would be looking on AUD/USD. Now from the short term, as the market opens, the market has already reacted on that a higher time frame supply zone, and we've already actually some kind of break of structure on the 1 hour. So we've had some kind of break of structure on the 1 hour, confirming that the price is willing to fulfill the pullback. Now looking at where we are right now, if we could anticipate a counter trend move, means that we would like to see AUD/USD come into this supply zone, immediate supply zone, which has already been formed. Then we'll be looking to sell until this level of demand. So this is a kind of setup that probably you might get on Monday or Tuesday. If at all price pulls back, goes higher to the supply zone, which has caused this little displacement, then that would be a very nice short-term sell on AUD/USD before we can get into this demand zone to take prices higher. Now look at the USD/JPY. USD/JPY. So USD/JPY, earlier on we were saying that the price was what? Okay, so price was bearish, and we were looking for price to get to these levels here or supply, then before we go short on USD However, that was not fulfilled because the market shied away a couple of pips before getting onto that extreme order block, or rather supply zone. Now, looking at what we anticipate for this coming week is that price is actually playing in the middle of a zone, because at the moment we might not be able to take any action on USD JPY. So I would like to see price maybe clearing this level, coming to this point of demand zone, which is a daily demand zone. Maybe to take a price higher, we might get some little reaction there, or even to continue with the downward movement. So of course, the price having done this change of character here on the daily time frame, then we expect that the USD JPY is still going to continue with the bearish movement. So this is most likely this is most likely move that we're going to be anticipating on USD JPY. So you have to stay watchful on it. And if at all price does a deeper pullback from where it is, then it means probably this would be a point of interest. However, this is not a point of interest that I would really be interested in selling, because price may end up taking out this zone before doing a deeper correction onto this extreme supply zone that we were anticipated earlier, before price pushes lower. Let's look at the USD card. USD card from the daily time frame, still bearish. We had this break of structure here, which still confirms that the bearish order flow is still in control. Now, from the 4-hour time frame, we can see the market actually tried to do a pullback. We were looking at these two supply zones, and the price did react from this level over here. So yes, we tried to push lower, but now the momentum is was fading in between these two zones over here. So looking at USD card, I think now from this level you can see there is some little displacement here. Probably if price pulls back to this 4-hour zone, then we can get a short-term buy onto this level over here. But if at all price is able to break down here, then it means we will be having a continuation on USD card. Let's look at Euro JPY. Euro JPY, actually I had a position last week, I think a position which I got into on Thursday, if I'm not wrong. Yes. Now Euro JPY from the daily time frame, we are still very bearish. Now last week I was anticipating for a bullish move, because price did react from this demand zone over here, daily demand zone. Now looking at it from the 4-hour time frame, let me show you what we have. So we had the price pushing, making lower highs and lower lows, and then we had this bullish move over here, displacement causing a change of character. Therefore, I was waiting for price on these levels here to get my buys, which is actually still an active position. Actually, I got into two positions over here, one at 50% Fibonacci level, once we had that change of character, and another one on a deeper level, I think over here. So from what we can see is that price actually tried to push high. I was anticipating for price to break these levels before we can get a facilitation of this pullback move of this solid sell that we got from the other from the week. Now looking at how price closed on Friday, I don't see I'm afraid that I might actually get stopped out, because my stop loss is below over here. So I'll still not be moving my stops. If at all price holds on this level, because this is a protected level from this liquidity sweep that happened last week over here. So if at all price pushes higher, then that's okay. And if at all price is able to break up beyond this point, it means that my stop loss is going to be taken away, and I have to just accept and take that loss away. Then we can look for the next move. Let's look at GBP JPY. GBP JPY actually also had a similar setup which I had shared, that I was anticipating for that particular pullback, because I was feeling price has already pushed the lower very low, as well as price had formed this change of character here once we had this break of the last lower high this confirmed our change of character, then we were of course looking for buys here to take price higher before you can continue with the downward momentum. So we will be watching on how price is going to be opening and reacting on this level, then we can know the next course of action. Let's look at the dollar, which is going to also be my last pair that I'll be analyzing in this particular session. Now, sorry, gold, not dollar. So looking at gold, from the 4-hour time frame, quite a choppy move. Last week there was no really big movement. Now the only big movement that I can spot on the gold is this sell off from this point on. So, and this is a level actually I was discussing with one of my students on my expectation for gold. So if at all we can be able to see a change of character on the lower time frame on gold on this level, then it means we should be going short and targeting this level over here. So quite a decent setup, not okay. Again, we might also see price taking out this level. This is something that you might be aware. So it's not a really very high A plus setup for me. So I think you know, price might see a reaction on that level before going lower. So you need to trade with caution, because if at all price is able to react on this level here with a change of character, especially from the lower time frame M15, if we get this kind of move, a push higher, low, high, low, break of the last higher low, then this of course is our confirmed move. Then you can go short on gold this coming week. Other than that, guys, stay safe. You know, don't force setups, especially when the market looks very undecided like it is right now. So you'd rather take you know, setups which are very sure, and setups that are evident that they are following your rules or strategy. So see you guys, and make sure to like, comment, and share this video. Let's continue pushing, and let's see what the market has in store for us for the new coming week. Bye bye, and see you on the next one.